Welcome back to the channel. We are Level 1 Online, and I recently had the opportunity to demo the Street Fighter 6 closed beta test, and I want to give you my first impressions. And overall, at first it was rough getting started, but as I got accustomed, as I started to understand what was going on, it really is an enjoyable experience. So on the main menu, you'll have the option of Fighting Ground, the World Tour, or the Battle Hub. The Fighting Ground and World Tour are closed off, but I had access to the Battle Hub. And when I entered the Battle Hub, it gave me an opportunity to create my own avatar. We entered the Avatar Creator mode, and it is something crazy. You can make some absolute off-the-wall characters. One disappointing thing with this beta is you can only create your character once, and then that is it. You're set with that character. You cannot go back and change that character. And in the situation where you have somebody where they're just trying to get into the fighting game and play it, they may not pay too much attention to this and not realize that now they're stuck with whatever they created. The only criticism I have about this is I really think they should have a reference where if you want to reference your character to, let's say, Ryu or Sagat, so if you want to make a character that's as tall as Sagat or Zangief, or if you want to make somebody who's as tall as Ryu, but it's really crazy, some of the freakish abominations you can do in this mode. I'll just leave it at that. I really look forward to this mode when it comes out in the full version of the game, and being able to create maybe something out of obviously a character from another franchise and bring that in. So as you walk around the Battle Hub, you'll have these arcade cabinet machines where you can sit down, and while you're waiting, you can enter the training mode. You just can't go into the training mode like a traditional fighting game. You have to sit down at this cabinet, and what can also happen is while you're in training mode, you can also get challenged. And that's one of the issues I had, but it's obvious that Capcom was funneling to players towards online matches. Once again, this is a closed beta test. They are checking their network capabilities and seeing where they need to improve. If they just have you just sit in training mode the whole time, it's really not going to benefit Capcom and what they, the data they need to improve their online connectivity. Now, once again, I am an old school Street Fighter player, so I was expecting a versus screen, but you basically had to choose not only your character but also your default controls before you even started the match. So if you don't have that selected, you could end up in a situation where you're in a match with a character you are not familiar with and the controls you are not familiar with. And during my stream, I definitely showed a little bit of frustration, and I got to the point where I said, you know what, let me try and adapt these modern controls. Okay, I'm gonna play different now. We're gonna try these modern controls on. You put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. Alright? We're gonna become the cup.
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup.
Footsies! Footsies! I could just beat you on footsies, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here! Alright? I'm pissed off! This is my game. I want my damn controls, damn it. You put the water in the cup, it becomes a cup. Shit. Let's go. Options. Controls. What? It says classic. You put the water in the cup, it becomes a cup. Alright, let's find another cabinet before somebody sits down. Wait on one player side, okay. We got Ryu selected. Shit, I might actually use modern controls, man. That shit was easy. Why? Dude, I gotta look this up. This is no way, bro. In order to switch from modern to classic controls, you need to hit R while you're wandering around the Battle Hub. This will open battle settings. I'm hitting, okay, hold on. R. Okay. Wow. How do I get to that screen? From there, move to the character tab and highlight your World Warrior choice. Select edit character. Wow. Y to apply to all characters. The fuck is wrong with these people? So the modern controls is very interesting. It has a light, medium, heavy attack with a special move on the X, A, B, and Y. And the issue I have with that is there's no telling whether you're going to get a punch or whether you're going to get a kick. So this control scheme will definitely come in handy for folks out there who don't have access to a 6-button arcade stick. This will also come in handy to those with possibly disabilities to help them access the buttons easier. For example, the drive impact, the drive parry. One notable thing I'd like to point out, I was very impressed with the training mode. All of the options that are available. I mean, you're going to see people just labbing it up for about the first week on this game before they hop into something like ranked. What I really thought was interesting is when you go into the command list screen, it actually gives you a quick little thumbnail preview of what the move you're trying to do is. Now, this closed beta test did not have access to local 2-player, but one thing you can do is set the dummy in training mode to the 2-player, which can allow somebody to grab a second controller and play along with you. And you can set the health bars to not regenerate, to simulate like a match. And it was pretty cool. I did get a chance to play with the buddy. Okay, Denjin Charge. Is there different levels to it? You know, do we have any originality? I mean, could you imagine if you sit here charging it up and then you do a super fireball? You see, that would be fun. That would be original. But no, I guess nobody has originality at Capcom anymore, do they? Do they?
Oh, thank you, Capcom!
The last thing I want to point out, this game did run well on my computer. I currently have a RTX 3060. I didn't notice any lag or stutter. Now, I did try to set the game to 120 FPS, but when you do enter a online match, it caps the frame rate to 60 frames. So I just want to give you guys a heads up about that. Other than that, I mean, as far as the gameplay itself, this whole, drive mechanic is really interesting. I would compare it to almost a broken version of the focus attack from Street Fighter 4. It's really, I don't know, I wouldn't call it unfair, but if you catch somebody in the corner with that, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, especially if they've exhausted all their bars and they're in that tired state. They're really at your mercy at that point. Okay, quick cut in. Something I totally missed during my stream. You can hit the select button on your controller. You can bring up the overhead map. Now this right here is really convenient because it'll let you fast travel to certain locations. This is something I totally missed right here. Game Center area. Let's go ahead and fast travel there. And when you get here, Capcom has a selection of arcade games where you can play. I heard that in the previous beta they had a free version of Final Fight. It looks like in this beta you can get access to Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. What's also interesting is that if you see somebody else sitting at a cabinet, you can also spectate them. Now once you hit A to start the game, you get two options. You get free play with unlimited credits, or you get a ranking challenge to see how high of a score you can get. Let's go into free play. So while it's great and all that you have access to this game for free within Street Fighter 6, one unfortunate thing is I do notice the scan line filter, and there is not a way to remove that. You have very limited options. You have obviously settings to redo your controls. You also have volume settings as well. And I don't see any options to lower the difficulty. If you're familiar with this arcade game, it is very difficult to beat the CPU. Also on the map we have the Extreme Battle area. Let's go ahead and fast travel there. So what this mode will allow you to do is to challenge people with a unique set of parameters put in place. For example, it'll say something like first person to get 10 throws, first person to get 3 drive parries. Another place you can visit on the map is the Hub's Good Shop. So at the Hub's Good Shop, you'll have an opportunity to buy clothes for your character with the drive tickets. And once again, the drive tickets can be earned through daily challenges. Another notable place on the map is the event counter. So what the event counter will allow you to do is to sign up and also view tournaments and their results. So here's a few tournaments that are in progress right now. You can see the player list of who participated. You can also see the tournament bracket to see who's winning in what category. You can also sign up for other tournaments that will be starting soon. Last thing on the map is the big screen. And what this will do, this will highlight the players' win streaks. So overall, I'm impressed with this. The gameplay, they do give you the tools to succeed. And as far as community building, I'm really impressed by it. It's opening this up to more folks out there. Back in the day, we would have to get on like web forums like SRK or maybe Facebook groups to meet other like-minded players. Now it's going to be more easier to get access to not only high-level gameplay and get a chance to play against them, or maybe even watch their footage, download their replays, but also local players out there and people with similar skills to get matched with and learn and improve. And as far as the player that I use, Ryu, I'm really impressed with the tools that they gave him. They made him unique enough. They've breathed fresh life into this old character. And also the new characters are really unique as well. So anyways, we are level 1 online. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe. You guys take care. Peace.
Round 2. Fight!
Do you like this game so far? No.